More than 500 orphanages dot the northern Thailand countryside in the Chiang Mai province. That's a huge number for this region of 1.5 million people. And child advocates say it's a tragedy. Thousands of kids growing up without a parent, separated from their culture. Many orphanages are loving places, like Agape Home, which serves kids who have or may have HIV or AIDS. But even founder Avis Rideout is quick to admit the situation is far from ideal.
This is a great place. You can see it, right? It's a home, but it's not a home. It's a family, but it's not a family. And if I had a choice today, I would not bring in anybody.
Tim Daniel manages Orphans Promise in Asia and says it's heartbreaking to see kids who have family living in institutions.
In orphanages in Thailand especially, you'll find many children who do have one or both parents.
Families in communities like this often find orphanages to be a big temptation, especially if they're raising a sister's child or a daughter's child. That's because the orphanage will care for a child at no cost, and life here is often very hard.
If an orphanage offers to provide free care, free shelter, free food, free clothing, free education, that's going to really help to alleviate the financial pressures on the family.
Government officials like Kun Rasa Khan say orphanages should be a last resort for Thai families. And she's especially concerned that many operations tolerate abuse, especially those not registered with the government.
So the places that don't register, you don't know what's going on there?
No.
In recent years, UNICEF and USAID have documented what happens to kids who grow up in institutions. They found delays in mental and physical development, children more at risk for health problems and abuse, and who struggle as adults to re-enter society. Bottom line, kids suffer when they don't have an adult who loves and cares for them permanently.
The caregivers there are sometimes there for short periods of time. They come and they go. They're there because they're being paid to be there. They may love the children, but they're paid to be there.
Such concerns have led Daniel and some others in the international community to begin advocating for what's called family-based or community-based care. In Thailand, it looks like this. 10-year-old Fa lives with her grandma and grandpa. She could have easily ended up in an orphanage because her father is in prison and her mother left the family. As her grandparents financially struggled, they discovered the Orphans Promise program called Keeping Families Together, or KFT. They received parental training, support, and encouragement through what are called Family Fun Days. And they received financial help with a simple investment. Orphans Promise bought the family a bigger wok, allowing Fa's grandma to double her business selling pork on the streets. A new roof also ensures she's protected from monsoon rains while she cooks.
For us, that's a great example. We want them to be an example to their community as well, that, hey, you know what it is? It is possible to keep orphans and vulnerable children in a safe, loving, happy family, but perhaps they just need a little bit of a step up, a little bit of support.
At Agape Home, Avis Rideout is also helping families who want to keep their HIV children.
We are paying for their school fees. We pay for their uniforms, their lunches if they're poor.
It's a no-brainer for Rideout, who says all her children would prefer to be with family.
If you had asked every one of my kids today, where would they rather be? In the village with a relative? Or with somebody out of here as a foster child off the grounds, or here? They would choose to be in the Thai culture.
It's also less costly to support these families than to put children in orphanages. And advocates of family-based care believe these kids will grow up much more secure and with a better chance of finding their way in life as adults. Reporting in Chiang Mai, Thailand, Heather Sells, CBN News.